again. I'm gonna do another landscape like the one I did last night. I had so much fun. I'm gonna try and do something similar, but I'm gonna raise the horizon up. The one yesterday, I had it right in the middle. I'm just gonna raise it a little, and also raise the height of the mountains, like I was talking about in the video yesterday. I wanted to show you this, like if you're using a palette paper and you're using acrylic paint, because you get a lot of sheets on there, right? So if you're doing like, because a lot of times I have to do part two and I can't do the I can't finish the painting, so I've been putting it in like a plastic container like this. I just tear the whole sheet off, put it in there, close it, and I could come back the next day and the paint is still fresh in there. Okay, you could probably find a perfect plastic container to fit this whole thing. Just put the whole thing in there, and then you can continue with the color and you don't have to remix. So what I'm gonna do what I did yesterday. I had so much fun, but I let me put it in with this is green gesso. It's a paint over. You can see I had a tree and a sailboat, some water. It wasn't that good. Uh, so I'm gonna raise my horizon up. I only need to put it in. I'm going to off center it. I'm going to bring the horizon up just a little bit from center. And this time, uh, we'll bring the center there. I want to focus on that there. And this time, I'm not going to have any mountain in the middle section here, and maybe start a small mountain on either side like this, and have a little flat spot at the very end in there. So the idea is I had that one, I think I had those mountains just barely right raising up yesterday, maybe at a 22-degree angle. Now today, what I want to do is I'm not even going to get a ruler out because I know I think I know the height. The one from yesterday was about here. So what basically I want this mountain on the far left is going to go about to there, and so that line would be like that. Okay, that's good. And then I'm going to have this uh, perspective like this. I might have a road coming down here. I don't know yet, you know, what I'm going to put in the middle here. But that's what I'm going to do. Today I'm going to do something different. What I'm going to do is throw the sky up there, then throw my mountains up there, and then hopefully just let something happen, you know. Let me start with the mountains, because I kind of know what I want on the mountains now. They're gonna be going back like they were yesterday. So what I'm gonna do is let me put in some mountains here real quick. I'm gonna have them follow this angle here today. So this one will come in front there. Then I'll have another one here come in front there. And then my biggest one up a little higher today. Coming down like that. Okay. And then same thing over here. We'll have mountain there. One getting in front here. Now we'll have one that you can't see down here, coming down in here. Maybe part of one over here that we can't see will be coming down like this. All right, so that's what I'm going to work with there. We'll see how it turns out. I don't like the way this peak is. It's kind of pointy. I don't want a pointy peak there. I'll fix it. So it'll look like the mountains are going back off into the distance, just like yesterday. I mixed my greens with ultramarine blue. This acrylic paint, I mixed a little white in my ultramarine blue, and I'm going to do a blue sky over a green tone, green undertone. And we'll see how that turns out. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to mix some colors in the sky right now, maybe some gray. And hopefully something will happen and I can pick out some things in the sky by throwing some different colors up here right now. Some white and gray. But that's what I'm going to do on the sky, and then hopefully something will kind of appear in the sky to my eye. It's basically a blue sky with some white and a gray in it, Payne's gray. And I'm still going to lighten up my horizon though, around the mountains. Keep it very light. What I want to do on this one, I'm gonna quickly put all my colors in very quickly, and then hopefully pick out a design from the paint that I throw up here. You know what I mean? You'll see what I mean once I get a little more color up here. Throw some blue in here. Throw a little more gray. I always like to darken the corners a bit, you know. Just like that. When that dries, and then I'll try and pick out some stuff that's happening up there. All right, now I'm going to put my mountains in. I'm going to put the mountains in with Payne's Gray. Pretty dark. I wanted to leave a a straight spot in there. I forgot, but yeah, if you saw the video from yesterday, I thought it came out fairly well. It was the first time I ever, you know, did the perspective like that, where the mountain was running back into the distance. And today I wanted to do it with these mountains just a little bit taller. Because the one from yesterday, uh, they probably only came up to about halfway there. And it is Saturday night, so I already did a lot of stuff today, so it's time to relax and have some fun, huh? This will all come together once I get my dark color in here, and then once I put the snow up there, it'll all make sense, okay? Uh, Believe it or not, this is gonna be a side of a mountain here that you can't see over here. Maybe doesn't have to be. I can change it, but there. Look at that. Let me see how that's looking. Not too good yet. Well, that's why I said, like I said, I was just going to throw my color in and run with it. So let me get this in here done now. I'm going to use a little bit of, got to get it while it's wet. I'm going to add some white to the bottom of some of these mountains here. Too much water. And try and pull some terrain out here in the middle here. Maybe make like a valley today. Like, still working under paint. All right, there we go. I kind of like that. It's taking shape. I think I'll sneak another river down there. That was kind of fun doing that yesterday. kind of cool, the green undertone there. You could kind of see the sky already. You can kind of see that there's some clouds already trying to take shape up there while it's drying. You see that? So what I was thinking, what was I thinking I wanted to do here? I want to run some long, some uh, hills back here. I'm gonna mix yellow ochre and some green, and I made some green with ultramarine blue and yellow ochre. And I'm going to add a little more yellow ochre in there. And I want to have kind of not a very steep hill, just a hill going across here. And then I want one here. In front of that one. I'm going to darken this one instead of trying to lighten that one. I'm going to put some burnt umber on the very top of this one. Just so it stands out from that one. Look at that. Now I'm going to have, I got some dark green. I got some green now. I'm going to maybe drop it off really quick right here. Believe it or not, this is, it looks green on my white, but it almost looks like it's brown on top of that green there, but it's like an army green, it looks like to me. I mixed ultramarine blue with yellow ochre to get this color. Now I have a really dark green that I just mixed what was it? Ultramarine blue with yellow ochre. That's why this green's almost taken on like a grayish. It's taken on a grayish look because I'm using, instead of using yellow to turn it green, I'm turning it green with yellow ochre. Looks kind of cool. I got to lighten this one up so you can see the top of it there. There we go. All right, so all the underpaint's done now. Now I can start designing something. That looks pretty wicked. I really like the green undertone kind of showing up underneath there. Doesn't that look cool? It almost looks like it's glowing, glowing green, you know. So what I'm going to start with, I'm going to save the clouds for later. I'm going to start with the snow on the mountains so you don't shut off real quick, because I know this doesn't look too good right now. But once I get some peaks going on the mountain, I think it's going to start taking shape. Now remember, with a knife with acrylic paint, don't put too much up there on your blade. And sometimes it's good to. I'm gonna have the light coming from the right, so I can bring white down on all these peaks here on the right side. Sometimes it's good to hit the big peak first, one of your bigger peaks, and kind of check your blade out to see how much paint's coming off, and just get a little bit on there. You don't need much. I'm going to put a little more in here. See how it's breaking, and it's leaving some of the dark color underneath. This mountain back here is already so far back, I'm going to have to turn my knife, and hopefully I can get some break on this. Just need a very little bit of snow on these back peaks back here, because you probably wouldn't even see those back ones, but I'm going to put some snow up there anyway, and just so it'll still look good. I put that on the wrong side, see? Snow needs to go on this side here. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to run some snow down these peaks and get some breaks in there. This one's kind of got an outcrop here, so I'll hit that first, and then if you let just don't use a very little paint, remember, and you want to get it to break. Get some breaks in there so you can see, you still want to see some of the color underneath the snow. Like that. If you get too much on there, that's okay. It's going to look good regardless if you put a lot of snow or very little snow. Look at that. It's already taken shape. Doesn't that look wicked already? I mean, wow. That looks amazing. I think I'm going to leave that green underpaint in there. It kind of looks like it's glowing or something. This could be like a Martian planet or something, you know. I'm almost, I'm going to put some color on the left side now, the shade color. I'm going to use some of the blue that I don't have much left from the sky, mix some white in it. barely got enough to finish the mountains. So what I'm going to do is hit everywhere I put white now, on just the left side of it, I'm going to pull some blue color down. The same, in the same manner, um, and try and get it to break a little bit, okay? Come right up next to the white, okay? And then pull it down. With this shade color, uh, it's okay to get more, I think, of the color up there. You don't have to get it to break as much as the white side. But look at that, guys. This is looking pretty amazing. Just come up to your white, follow the white. However you put it up there, it's gonna look good. Like I turned the knife here and went kind of crooked, but I'm gonna follow it. Okay. I'm just gonna follow what I did. All right, I think I like it so far. I need to stand back and look at it, but let's see. Wow. Wow, I really like that. This hard edge, I'm going to get rid of some of the hard edge down here with my uh, brush. All right, that looks pretty good. I'm running out of blue. I still need to hit this, even though you can't see the peak of this mountain, I'm still going to hit it. Wow. Looks pretty amazing. I'm going to run a little bit of more white down here to define the edge here a little more. Just like that. I'm stepping back and looking at it now and making sure it looks good. I don't want to overwork it. I like how this came out here. It almost looks like the peak is like coming straight down. You see that? So I did put the snow. I put the snow on the wrong side here, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to run it down just a little here. It should be okay. And I got just enough blue to hit these back peaks back here. You can see I'm just barely pulling what I have left on there. See that? And that's how I'm going to leave it. Look at that. I can't believe no one's watching right now. And this came out so amazing. So where I started out right here, here's my horizon. I put a line here in the center here, and then I drew a line up for the top of the peaks here and for the top of the peaks here, and I kind of followed it. And now the fun part is I'm going to run a pathway. I might call this one uh, journey, journey to somewhere. And we'll start a path from maybe on here, down up here, it goes down, and then it goes all the way to the back of the mountains there. This looks pretty wicked. I really like it. I like that green undertone. Like I said, I'm going to leave it. So let me go ahead and put the pathway in right now. So there's the horizon back there. You can almost put a sunrise or something, or a sunset back there if you wanted. I'm going to go ahead and lighten it up though, because there's a dark spot there. I want the horizon to look flat right in there. All right, it's looking good. All right, it's time to run that water down. Water or pathway. I just use this type of knife. I just get a little bit on the tip just to design it, okay? And I want to have it coming from behind this mountain. So I'm just going to put a line coming out like this. And then I'm going to have it wiggle down here through here. So then I'm going to keep coming down a little. Need a little more paint. Really helps if your knife is clean. All right. Not the best pathway, but you can kind of see it. I kind of like it. You don't want it to be perfect. There we go. I like that. Okay. Wow. I really like it. All right, guys, this is looking pretty good. Today, what I think I'm going to do on this one, I'm going to go ahead and run some trees right about here. Uh, on this back hill here. I'm going to use a small fan brush. I'm, I'm trying to decide what color to use. So what I'm going to do is put some shrubs down here real quick. just some kind of foliage here. I'm going to start with a few trees and see what it looks like on the mountain. Use the corner of the brush to brush it on. uh, Try not to go uh, sometimes I tend to go straight all the time, and I mean because I'm going fast for the video, but I know these evergreen trees are straight in nature, but they look better on a painting if you got them leaning a little bit. Okay. Now what I'm trying to do here, because this hill's farther away, I want it to look far away, so I'm making these a little smaller. I mean that goes without saying. Uh, I think someone that's not even is just learning art would know that. I'm not using any uh, measurements right now. There's probably a way we can figure out how big to make these, but right now I'm just going on my own eye right now. Okay. Now this next hill, I'm going to put some trees here. They'll be a little bigger than that. Okay. And if you want to finish off the painting, you could put a bush here and then put one big tree over here or over here. So I like those. I like those trees out there like that. I don't want to cover my pathway, so you got to look at that before you put your trees up. So I'm going to move my trees over here on this side. Put some bushes down here. Put some, these trees could be a little taller now. There's a lot of different style trees out there. I still haven't made the video yet. What I was going to do is make a video of all the different style evergreen trees. And I'll probably do that during the holidays. I'll have like a fir tree here, juniper, all the different types of evergreen trees, and make a chart. The reason I make these because it's for the video. Okay, they're easy to make, and I think if a beginner made this type of tree, it's going to look good. Okay, for you because they are easy to make, and your painting will come out looking good on the first try. You could see if you're watching this all the way to this point, I haven't done anything hard yet, I don't think. Although this is not a beginner painting, but if you are a beginner and you did this painting, I'd be amazed. I'd love to see it if you could do this. But man, this is coming out pretty good. I really like it. Uh, I'm looking at my sky as I'm going on. I'm seeing some cloudage up here, some things going on. Trying to get some ideas from it. Let me see where I am on time. 41 minutes, not bad. I got quite a bit of it done in 40 minutes. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You see, you see how I put this one at an angle coming back? I should have done that one here the same way. But see how I put it straight? And notice, I think if you notice this side goes better with the painting than that one looks flat because I went straight. This one I started up uh, here and came down more, so it looks like it's coming back with the angle of the painting. Okay, so keep that in mind. This is looking pretty good. I think what I'm gonna do, uh, I'm gonna do another row of trees like this right here in the same fashion, right? Uh, and it won't cover my pathway because I won't put them over there. Uh, but bring these bushes down like this, and I'm just going to pull just a little color out back into the. You got to do it before it dries. Acrylic paint dries fast, so pull some of the color out. If you have to, wet your brush. And then I'll highlight these bushes for you. But what I want to do now is do some more trees that are getting closer to us right about here. I'm not going to cover the pathway. But these should be bigger than those now because they're getting closer to us. I can make a taller one here so I don't cover the path. Look at that. That's looking amazing. That's pretty fun. I'm going to put a little one over the pathway at an angle here and make the branches really small so the pathway still shows up behind this tree. Just like that. Look at that. It's looking pretty good. So the whole idea, I kind of like the way this mountain looks right here. So maybe on this hill, what I'm thinking, I'm gonna bring the the bush up further here, uh, like right on top of the hill here. Put a bush here. And rather having a tall tree that goes up into the mountain, I'm going to make it just barely hit the bottom of the mountain. Okay. I should be using my larger fan brush right now, but this one will work. So this tree is the closest one to us. It should be bigger. Anything that is close to us should be a lot bigger. I'm going to put one at an angle. Run these bushes all the way down now. Just kind of have fun with the brush and just pull the bottom out a little. I'll still work this ground. I just don't know what to do yet. Look at that, guys. This is amazing. I really like it. Put some points up there. Let me put my brush down and take this in. Let me zoom it in for you. Wow, I can't believe nobody's watching right now. This is one of my best paintings. I hope this is recording. Yeah, it says live. We're at 48 minutes, almost 10 minutes away from an hour. Wow. So the whole idea now is uh, I want the clouds to be big here, and they'll get smaller as it gets way out there. So just imagine the cloud over the top of this uh, mountain here, and then they'll get smaller going back. But I mean, I can almost see some clouds in the sky there. It looks, I kind of like it. I'll give you a front shot of it real quick here. Still a lot of things to do to it, but not bad for a Saturday evening landscape. I really like the way I did these trees here. See how they're angled out. This one's not too good because I ran it straight. So kind of keep that in mind. If you're a beginner, this is kind of, it's hard to remember this stuff. That's why it's good to practice some paintings by like follow mine and then do your own, and then you'll remember how to do this. Okay. Well, I don't want to mess with the sky right now, so what I'm going to do is highlight these trees for you. And I've used the same color. How I'm going to highlight it, this is the color I used here. I'm going to take a little bit of this color, see that, and then add some gray in it. a mixture of white and Payne's gray. It's still a greenish gray, and I'm going to highlight the lights coming from the right. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this fan brush, I'm going to use the corner, and I'm going to pick out the right side of the tree and put on some highlights. Okay. Doesn't have to be, if it's not bright enough, I'll add a little, just a touch of white to it, which I just did, okay? Just a little. A little goes a long way, so we can make these highlights a little brighter. But don't put a lot on, just use the corner and try and hit the top part of the branches, which is hard to do on these smaller trees. But it'll give it the illusion of dimension now. Okay, it gives the tree dimension. So the light's hitting here, and you can see the dark side over there. All right, let me do these over here now. You'll get a better idea because I can actually see the tops of these branches here. Although I'm standing in an awkward position here. Let me come around this way. There we go. All right, so with the corner, just on the right side where the light's hitting, just put in some color like that. I'm gonna do them all these trees back here. You can just lighten the one side if you want. You don't have to be perfect with these trees back here. With these trees, you can actually probably lighten all of them because you want the ones further back to be more gray. But that's another video. All right, so I'm sure you don't want to watch me highlight trees, but that's how you do it. With the same color, we could put some highlights. You see how we got all this dark color underneath here? I'm going to turn those into bushes right now. So with my fan brush, I'm going to try and create some bush tops, okay, with this color. Just like that. I just made them long bushes. You can make them smaller by adding more at the bottom and stuff. That's one way to do it. These here, you can really work a lot of bushes on this color here if you want to, by just picking out tops of bushes here. See what I mean? Leave some of the dark in there. And what you're doing is just highlighting the top of, of the bush, okay? Very good. All right, guys, that's where I think I'm going to end it. I'm going to put some birds up there. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with the clouds yet, so, but I'll put some birds up there so you can see how cool it looks having, I like putting birds up in here. We'll put some coming right through the valley here. Look at that. Look at those birds coming through. It's pretty awesome. I really like this one. If you got a nice liner brush, you know, you can put branches out here too, okay? There's still a lot to do on this painting, trust me, but I'll finish it up and put it on the community post. But man, one of the better paintings I've done, and nobody was on yet. Look at the underpaint came through pretty good. The green underpaint, I kind of like it. All right, guys. Thanks for if you watch later, that's cool. And we'll see you on the next video. Cheers.